You sit down at 9, look up at 5, and realize despite moving fast all day, you barely dented your pile of tasks. To fix this, we are going to take that massive, disorganized text document on the left and turn it into the clean, color-coded execution map you see on the right. To build this, you need exactly 3 things: your digital calendar, your current raw task list, and 15 minutes of uninterrupted focus. A standalone to-do list generates stress because it demands action without providing spatial boundaries. Assigning each of those tasks to a specific hour on the clock converts that anxiety into a concrete plan of attack. Step 1 is triage. Before we touch the calendar, we have to evaluate the raw list to identify exactly what kind of work we're dealing with. On this notepad, we group tasks into 3 lanes: red for high-focus, deep work, blue for admin and meetings, green for personal time and breaks. Every item needs a color. Leaving ambiguous tasks up the bottom guarantees they fall through the cracks. With the list sorted, we move over to the blank calendar canvas. Our first goal here is anchoring the non-negotiables. Start by dropping solid blue and green blocks onto the weekly grid for events that cannot move. Schedule your sleep, daily commutes, and fixed meetings. Don't assume you'll figure lunch out on the fly. Secure your daily maintenance routines right now. This enforces the core rule of physical time. If an action takes minutes or hours to complete, it must claim physical space on your clock. That rule includes the hidden tasks: the morning coffee run, prep time before a pitch, and clearing out your inbox. Accounting for these routines is the only mathematical way to see how much of your day is actually left. Securing these foundations usually reveals a very surprising truth: your actual window for concentrated output is highly restricted. Now that the non-negotiables are set, we look at the remaining empty gaps. This is where we actively schedule your high-focus, deep work. Watch how we pull those red priority tasks off the notepad, sliding them directly into the wide-open spaces on the grid. Notice how that red block stops expanding. You need to enforce a strict 90-minute maximum for any single deep work session. Pushing complex, high cognitive tasks past the hour-and-a-half mark reliably produces diminishing returns and guarantees fatigue by mid-afternoon. Boxing a difficult project into a tight, manageable window makes it far less intimidating, which immediately cuts down your urge to procrastinate. With the major tasks placed, you'll feel the temptation to stack the rest of your calendar back to back. Resist that urge. Instead, apply the 20% buffer rule. This is your primary defense against the inevitable chaos of a normal workday. This diagram shows the strategy in action. Explicitly insert 15 to 30 minutes of deliberate, glowing white space between all your major tasks. You will still have a pile of tiny micro-tasks left over, quick emails or brief phone calls. Scheduling those out individually creates visual clutter and causes unnecessary stress. The solution is batching. Take all of those 5-minute chores and compress them into a single consolidated 30-minute block right before you sign off. If a morning meeting runs long, your intentional gaps act as shock absorbers. You simply slide into your buffer time instead of pushing every subsequent task late. A schedule with 0 white space relies on a perfect day that rarely happens. Margin ensures your plan actually survives contact with reality. Step back and look at the difference between the scattered list you started with and the structure you've just built. You no longer have a vague wish list of things you hope to finish. You have a precise hour-by-hour map of execution. Remember that this calendar is a living document. As projects naturally shift or require more time, you will need to adjust. When your day pivots, your schedule should pivot with it. Drag, drop, and resize blocks on the fly so the system works for your needs. Mastering your time requires active daily maintenance. To lock in this habit today, go to the comments below and tell me the one deep work task you finally carved out space for.